Hello, James Sharman, Craig Forrest and Danny Dichio here with you on the day that Croatia put their place in the World Cup final, beating England 2-1. Took a long time, of course, but overall, England, great in the first half, Danny, but then something happened and Croatia came on so strongly, especially in that second half.
Well, it was as if England scored too early, and it was a wonderful free kick from Trippier, the Berry Beckham, as they call him, and they started off the game so well and they were on the front foot, and it just seemed after around 25 minutes, 30 minutes, they started to drop too deep, Craig, and invite a lot more pressure, a lot more press from the Croatian team. Half-time, they came out okay, but then you just saw the fitness levels of the Croatians rise. And I really expected England to dominate in the fitness stakes because, as we know, Croatia have been to extra time twice now.
Yeah.
England okay once against Colombia.
Three counting England now.
Three counting England. You just saw their emergence and their belief within their players to go on and win this game. And it was a wonderful goal, a wonderful equaliser from Perisic, but a wonderful goal from Mr. Mandzukic, who scores big goals in big games to win them this game and take them on to the final.
Yeah, I mean, they're so impressive technically, tactically. Their mental strength is always, so surprising. And you're right. I thought that was going to be a bigger thing leading into it and early starts of the game. I thought that England were going to dominate the fitness stakes too. And then it's amazing what they've come up with. I mean, that's Denmark, Russia, and England, extra time. This is going back only 10 days. So that's 3 games, but pretty much an whole added game as well. 2 penalty shootouts, and they're still managing to make the World Cup final. This is incredible, the character that they've shown to get through it.
They must be going through a lot of ice, let me tell you that.
Have to be.
Ice baths have.
What's going to be left when they meet the French? Who knows?
It is an amazing story, though, isn't it? A tiny country, about 4 million, just over 4 million people. The federation's always in absolute chaos and turmoil. There's court issues for some players after this World Cup because of the federation, yet they find a way to get to the World Cup final in the crazies of World Cups. Yeah,
it's a good point. I mean, Dichio comes in late before the playoffs against Greece. We watched them in qualifying. They saw some of the problems that they had on and off the field. But when push comes to the shove, when it comes to major tournaments, when they get there, it always helps when you've got a guy like Modric and Rakitic, Perisic, to be some terrific footballers. We're not talking about B-level players here. We're talking about Barcelona, Real Madrid, Juventus, of really top quality players. So we knew they had it in them, but the character and
I think, sorry to interrupt, but I think the turmoil that is caused within a group, we saw actually it happen to Italy back in '82 when there was so much turmoil off the field. It sometimes brings that togetherness together, Craig. Yeah. Whereas us against the world, us against our own country, because as you said, there's prosecutions going on against certain players within the team, in the federation. And I think they've used this because the team spirit and desire that they showed today really took them over the line. I think if England could have matched that today, then they could have probably taken them to penalty kicks or maybe won a game. But they couldn't match them today in that sense.
Yeah, because the moment that separated the two teams was being switched off and switched on. Stones just loses his man, and it's realistic. We know the situation, know how daunting it is and how demanding it is physically and mentally, and you can switch off of those quick moments, and that one looked as though it was going to be the moment by whoever that was going to be that separated the two teams.
Still, for England, there is at least some hope now on the horizon, which is a rare thing for all England fans, but the final should be a good one on Sunday in Moscow, Croatia against France.